In this video, we will answer activity 13.8, percentage of receivables. So sige, recap lang natin, no? Pag sinabing percentage of receivables, okay, yung specific percentage, imumultiply natin sa ending balance ng accounts receivable at kung ano man yung product, yun ang ending balance ng allowance for bad debts. Okay? Sige, let's start. So, pinapakompute mo na sa atin yung ending balance ng accounts receivable. Paano nga ba mag-compute? Okay, gamitin natin ang T-account ng accounts receivable. Okay? So, sige, i-fill up natin isa-isa. Okay? May given ba na beginning balance ng accounts receivable? Tama. Meron. Dito, 800,000. Next, meron bang binigay na net credit sales? Yes, meron. Dito, 2,700,000. Next, dito muna tayo sa collections. Okay? So, meron bang binigay na collections? Meron. Okay? So, paano tong recoveries? Anong treatment natin? So, i-review lang natin no, na ang recoveries, okay, both may debit at saka may credit. So, in effect, parang wala lang din. Okay? So, ganito, if may recoveries sa kabilang side, dapat tatanggalin natin siya by putting the same amount sa kabilang side. Okay? So, i-explain natin yan in a while. Sige. Collections from customers excluding recoveries. So, hindi kasali yung recoveries sa collections. Okay? So, sige, ilagay natin. 140,000. Okay. Next, write-offs. Meron ba? Meron. Okay. Dito, 50,000. Okay. Next. Sige. For now, para mas madali, i-ignore lang natin yung recoveries since both sides naman walang recoveries. Okay? So, magkano ang ending balance ng accounts receivable? Sige, compute natin. 800,000 plus 2,700,000 minus, okay, 140,000 minus 50,000. Ayun. So, yung ending balance ay 3,310,000. Sige, balikan natin ang recoveries. Okay? So, again guys, dun sa journal entries ng accounts receivable, kapag nagre-recover tayo ng account, dinedebit natin siya and kine-credit din natin siya at the same time. So, in effect, parang wala lang din. Okay? So, sige, lagyan natin ng slight variation. What if sa collection from customers, included ang recoveries? Okay, so included to. Sige, include natin. Okay? Collections plus recoveries. Okay? So, magkano yung amount? So, magiging 140,000 plus 10,000. So, magiging 150,000. Okay? So, anong gagawin natin? Okay? So, tatanggalin ko na to, no? Since andito naman na siya. Okay. So, again, dapat balance or dapat nasa both side ng equation yung recoveries. Okay? Based dun sa journal entries natin. So, para matanggal yung 10,000 dito sa kabilang side, okay, dapat mag-debit din tayo ng 10,000. Okay? So, sige, check natin kung ano yung effect niya sa ending balance. So, sige, 800, okay, ito, plus 2,700,000 plus 10,000 minus 150, ito, 150 minus 50,000. Ayun, so same lang dapat guys. Okay? So, yun. Again, in problem solving, so if pwede nyong i-ignore yung recoveries, ignore nyo na lang para mas madali ang kinabuhi. But, if may isang side na may recoveries, dapat may i-debit tayo para matanggal siya sa both sides. Okay? At hindi ma-affect ang ending balance. Gets ba? Yes, sir. Alright. Next, compute naman natin to. Allowance for doubtful accounts, ending balance. So, sige. Paano nga ba natin i-compute yung allowance for doubtful accounts ending balance? Tama, gagamitin natin yung percentage of receivable at saka ang ending balance ng accounts receivable. So, sige. Lagay natin dito, no? Okay, paano nga ba kino-compute yung ending balance? So, sige. Ano yung ending balance ng accounts receivable? So, 3,310,000 times, okay, ano yung percentage of receivables? Dito, 5%. Okay? So, magkano? So, 3,310,000 times 5%. Ayun, 165,500. Okay? So, yan. Nasagot na natin yung number 2. Sige, paano naman natin sasagutin ang bad debts expense? Okay, so as you can see, andito siya sa T account ng allowance for bad debts. So, sige, check natin baka available yung ibang items. So, yung ending balance na fill up na natin. Check natin. Okay, may given ba na beginning balance ng allowance for bad debts? Meron. Andito siya, oh. 100,000. Next, recovery. Okay, may given ba? Andito, oh, 10,000. Dito. Next, may given ba na write-offs? Meron, 50,000. Next, given ba ang bad debts expense? Sige, check nga natin. Wala. Okay, so paano natin mahanap yung bad debt expense? Tama, isi-squeeze natin. Okay? So, paano natin to siya i-squeeze? Okay, magkano sa debit side? So, sa debit side, may 165,500 plus 50,000. Okay, sa debit side, may 215,500. Paano naman sa credit side? Oh, pwede lang natin yan i-mental math. 100,000 plus 10,000. 110,000. Okay, so hindi balance. Okay, so 215,500 minus 110,000. Okay, so yung balancing figure ay 105,500. Okay, so ganyan lang siya kasimple, guys, yung number 3. Okay. Next, paano naman natin makukuha yung net realizable value ng accounts receivable? So again, balikan lang natin no na ang net realizable value ng accounts receivable ay yung ending balance niya, okay, minus yung ending balance ng allowance for bad debts. Okay, sige, compute natin. Okay, 3,310,000 minus 165,500. Okay? Sige. Compute natin. 3,310,000 minus 165,500. Ayun. So, ang net realizable or ang ipapakita sa financial statements ay 3,144,500. So, ganyan lang siya ka-simple, guys. Nga pala, guys, no? So, isa sa mga dapat nyong i-notice dito or i-take note na hindi natin pwedeng basta-basta lang na i-assume na yung beginning balance ito yung magiging basis or dito natin i-multiply yung percentage na given. Okay, so dapat ang accounts receivable na ibibigay ay ending balance. So kapag beginning balance ang binigay, kailangan pa natin siya i-add natin yung net credit sales. Okay? I-subtract natin yung collections and yung write-offs. At the same time, be mindful sa recoveries. So, that's how you solve activity 13.8 percentage of receivables. Next, we will answer activity 13.9 in another video.